Greetings, this is Troy Newham. I'm the author of 2084, The Search for Love, Hope, and Faith. It's available on Amazon.com in paperback, Kindle for 99 cents, or you can get it from the Amazon Prime Lending Library for free. I highly recommend the edited edition, which you can see this black corner here, because the unedited edition has certain explicit content which would not be suitable for all audiences. So I highly recommend the edited edition. I'm going to be calling these segments Message from Moses, which is a character from the book, and he's a member of the resistance who tries to bring people back to freedom and fight the powers that are taking over our country. This book chronicles the takeover of our country by leftists and communists, socialists, the whole shebang. And I believe in this book, and I hope you enjoy it. Today, I would like to talk to you about Obama's evolving definition of gay marriage, his position change. Now, what Obama has said, and I'm going to quote him on this because I'd hate to misquote anyone, get everybody in trouble. It's just not a good thing to do. So I'm going to read this word for word so I don't get it wrong. What he says is, at a certain point, I've just concluded that, for me personally, it is important for me to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should be able to get married. Now, what's important to note is that nowhere in there does he say that he's for changing any federal laws. He doesn't say that he wants a constitutional amendment that will guarantee you your right to be married. No, this is what he's saying, and I'm going to paraphrase this. I'm going to interpret it in plain language for you. You know, now this is just me talking, but I totally think you should be able to get married. I think it's ridiculous that you can't get married. I mean, everybody should totally get married. And you know, yeah, I do have some power. I could do something now. I could, but I'm not going to do it. It's just going to cost me too much politically. Can't afford it. Especially not in an election year, guys. Sorry, it just ain't going to happen. But I really need your money. Now, this is my interpretation of the gay and lesbian community's reaction to his little statement. Oh my God, yes! Thank you! Here's our money! Okay. I like to think in analogies. Okay? What this is like is, imagine that you are walking down the highway. It's the desert. It's 110 degrees. You haven't had water all day, and you are dying. I mean, it is killing you. And car after car after car just goes whizzing by you. They don't even slow down. You know, eventually, you're going to start getting annoyed at everybody. You might actually get mad that no one is stopping to help you when clearly you need help. Finally, a car pulls off the side of the road. The door opens and the guy inside says, "Partner, you look real thirsty. Here's some water. Let me give you a ride into town." Gives you a ride in town, and for the rest of your life you love this guy. This guy is the greatest guy that you have ever met. You are going to be telling stories till the day you die about how great this guy is. All right, let's go with scenario 2. The car stops. The guy leans over and says, "You know, if you give me your money, I'll give you a ride into town." You're not going to like the guy. Now, you will probably give him your money, because that's much better than dying on the side of the road. But you're not going to have cheery stories to tell about the guy. You are not even going to really like the guy. But everything's okay because, as I said, you're not dying on the side of the road, which is your key point to this whole argument. But what Obama is really doing is like scenario 3. The car stops. The guy gets out and says, "You know, you look like you're in a bad way. If you could give me some money for gas, if I only had money for gas, I could help you out." So you reach in, you give him the money, and then he just takes off. And you're like, what just happened? I gave him my money. He was supposed to take me into town. What the? But then you start thinking to yourself, you're like, okay, it's okay. Because he just needed the gas money so he could get into town, so that he could get me some help, and he's going to come back and save me. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to happen. what he's going to do is he's going to take your money and he's going to try to get reelected so he can continue to try to evolve us from a capitalist society into a socialist society. That's all he's interested in doing. He's using you. Because any kind of thought process that evolves that he is going to somehow come out and try to fight for you next year or 2013, 14, whenever, is bogus. Because he still needs senators and congressmen. He might not have to worry about getting reelected. They do. But this 1 year, you guys actually have clout. Because Obama's job is completely on the line. No matter what people say, there's a good chance that he's going to get defeated. He needs every single vote he can get. So instead of giving away the milk for free, make him buy the cow. Make him stand up in front of the entire world on TV and say that you should have the right to be married and that he is going to fight for you. This is the one chance that you really have to hold their feet to the fire, and I hope you make good on it. If you enjoyed this segment, please check out my blog at swampfoxpress.com. I update it pretty much every day. It has a very libertarian bent towards it, and I hope you enjoy it. Long live the Constitution. Signing off.